Now then, welcome back to the Done in 60 Days server, playing Tekkit once again. There's a lot to do still. We're only on day 18, we've got a long way to go till we hit our goal, our stupidly big and awesome end goal that we've set ourselves, to go to Mars and blow stuff up. We've got a long way to go. We haven't even made our first spaceship yet. We haven't even started on Galactic Craft, but soon. Very soon, people. Very soon. So what are we up to? What are we doing? Well, I've had a good clear out of my inventory and a good sort out and put lots and lots of things into the AE system. We've got it all stored on disk. A load of junk just thrown on a spare disk. We've got a clear ender chest, which means the mob farms have all been cleared out. I've been running them a fair bit. I've got a load of energized glowstone from the glowstone dust. We have nearly an absolutely full chest of ender pearls. And we've got loads and loads of redstone, all from the mob farms. What I want to do is try and automate some of this a little bit better with the AE system so that we've got a better handle on things. But first up, I'm taking a load of energized glowstone. 7 buckets to be precise to start us off, because that's all the buckets I've got. And I'm doing a little bit of something to tidy the place up. Lewis has been down here yesterday, the day before, something like that. I lose track. We're on day 18 as of now, and this episode is going out on day 18, so it is day 18 right now. And last time Lewis was on here, he messed about with the Equivalent Exchange 3 and did a few bits and pieces on there. The time before, big reactors. The Equivalent Exchange 3, I don't think it's in any other mod packs, so we've got to play around with it a lot to be able to say we've done Nemsun. To be able to say we've done Tekkit in 60 days, we've got to mess around a lot with Equivalent Exchange. And now Lewis has done the starting thing, I want to do some more to it. I want to automate some Equivalent Exchange 3 with AE. However, this is my little laboratory, by the way. It's pretty dark right now, but that's what the energized glowstone's for. I've got plans to make a very big AE system. Now, these blocks here, these assembly chamber walls, let me just grab one and show you the recipe. Pretty simple, pretty simple. So I went ahead and I made enough of those to know the sort of rough shape of what I wanted the AE system to look like and fit it into this block over here. Okay, so from both sides I sort of made it so that it was in the middle of the chamber, even though that side's slightly longer than this side because that goes into the lift shaft. It's still in the middle of the 2 big holes that are built. I do like these floodlights that Lewis put up in here. These Greg's Lighting, I think they are, or something like that. I like those. However, I have a different solution that I want to play around with. I want to put some energized glowstone in these sections here going up to the roof. And for that, I'm going to need a few blocks. And I didn't bring any down with me. That's a good start, isn't it? Let's go into the mob farm, because I'm bound to have a load of cobble in there that I can use. So we'll get started with that bit. I built this wall here to hide all of the mob farm goodies. We've now got it going down here, a little access point to all of the backs of all of the grinders. The grinders now feed directly into the white ender chest, and the mob juices go straight into a white ender tank. So now all the liquids and all the goodies get delivered directly into the correct places. The mob juices have filled completely, and I've been running the farm for quite some time as well to get us a load of mob drops. So at the minute all the switches are down, everything's off. I'm thinking about a way of automating the AE system to tell tell these spawners when they need to spawn as well, but I think that's a little bit overboard right now. Let's grab a stack of cobble. That'll do me, and have a little munch on the way. The Dirty Dungeon has been a very successful project. I replaced the power. We had cheaty power down here, and I've replaced that with a Tesseract. So now the big reactor is powering the whole of the dungeon, which is pretty cool. The other places that we've got around the base are all powered by this big reactor over here. And this is just the smallest of the big reactors, which is pretty awesome. I know Lewis is going to be doing the next one on. This one was a self-cooling or something like that. I can't remember exactly. Let's just deactivate it for now because these energy cells are completely full. We will eat the energy while I'm here, but let's turn it off for now. And this outputs waste, and the waste goes into this chest right now. This cyanite ingots are waste. And he needs that for the next big reactor. So, look forward to that on Lewis's channel, because I don't know much about big reactors. I now know what he needs to make this big reactor work, and where the power comes out. So the power supply I've sent down there and underneath the floor to power that over there, that AE system, is currently powered and has quite a lot of energy stored because I made some energy cells. So we've got quite a lot of AE power. Let's change it over to MJ so you can see better. Quite a lot. That's 322,000 MJs sitting, waiting. And I've got a lot of space in here for crafting CPUs and things, which I'll show you a bit later on. First off, however, I need to make this place look a bit nicer. So I'm going to show you quickly what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to get on with finishing it up, and then get on with building some stuff, automating some stuff in here. Right, so first up, energized glowstone will flow out like a water stream. So I put it back one space there. Okay, so that's that. That's the first thing. So I need to get right up to the top here and knock a hole into the ceiling so it's got somewhere to flow to. Because it, as you can see by the little icon, it flows upwards, which is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Take that down as well. Don't need that anymore. I've already been around and I've prepped up all of this area around, as you can see. Taking out the resources from the walls and building up just like this with all of the stone bricks that I want. I've left the panels inside empty because I'm not 100% sure what I want to do yet. The energized glowstone flows out like that and then flows all the way up, lighting everything because it's glowstone. I thought about having it so that it's spread out onto the ceiling, but I've changed my mind about that. I think I want to do something slightly different with that approach. So we're going to stick with what I've done here for now. So I'll come all the way back down again, and I'm going to do the same thing all the way around. It's still a bit dark and dreary down here, isn't it? It's still a bit close to the ground level, a bit close to bedrock, and makes it a bit dark, but that does give us some bonus light source, just make it feel a bit better. So I'm going to do all of those strips with energized glowstone and be back with you in just a moment. Well, that didn't make anywhere near as much difference as I hoped it would. Still pretty dark down here. The next best thing I'm thinking is I could put another floor in just underneath the glowstone there. Put another floor in all of the way around, so that would be an upstairs and this would be a downstairs, and then install some lighting down into this place from that floor. Then I can have some more automatic processing up there and have some more AE automatic processing down here and have lots of generation of stuff. This floor is definitely, let me come over to this to the daylight. That's the thing. If I had daylight holes, look at it. Maybe I need to actually do that. Have a whole skylight system going on up there. And according to the map, which is that button, according to the map, I'm in a good place to have a skylight, I guess. If I was over here in the middle, I could have a skylight there. That would be alright. Might be worth doing. Might be worth popping a skylight right in the centre there. I'll have to take the coordinates and get a skylight so that we get this this daylight effect. And because it's all bright because of that, it should help us out a hell of a lot. There's a little spot right there. I might just make a skylight exactly that shape and size of that up there. We shall see. But let's get on with building some more stuff. This marble brick is one thing that I've spotted. However, I've also seen... let me just check this out. I've also seen some uses for sugar, right? We've got over 1,000 sugar here. So I was looking at what uses sugar could have. No, give me this. Give me a stack of sugar. Right? And some of the uses of sugar. Okay, so we've got cakes, obviously. We've got bioreactors. Yeah, okay. We've got smooth white stone, right? Which is smooth stone surrounding sugar. So you're using sugar to colour smooth stone, cobblestone, brick. White stone bricks look pretty cool. Smaller bricks. Then there's white stone gravel and paved white stone. Now that looks awesome. That looks almost better than what I can do with marble. But I'm thinking along the lines of mixing up all of these white textures that we've got. Because I can do a few things with marble as well, can't I? Let's see the uses. Oh, I've done it again. Do the uses of marble. We've got the marble bricks, we've got the marble walls. That's all we've got in here, but there's also loads of microblocks that we can do with that. And smooth stone. Let's do a smooth stone with that. Let's take some of that out. And we can also test out... What's the other one? Stone bricks. I don't have enough stone bricks. I've got some stone though. So let's make another stack load of stone bricks. Give me that. Thank you. And some more stone bricks. Thank you. Like that. And then put the sugar in the mid. That's raw plastic. That's not sugar. Sugar. Where are you, sugar? You're all the way up the top because there's so much for you. There we go. Take that and have this out as well. Okay. Clear that. Now, I'm just designing at the minute. Right, my big thing this episode is going to be automation. Oh, but look at that. Plain marble, yeah. Marble bricks, yep. And smooth stone. Marble there and smooth white stone. Now, that impresses me. Out of all of those, that impresses me. So I think I'm going to use a lot of sugar and a lot of stone and make a lot of this large white stone bricks. I think that's something that I really fancy doing for my build. Having large white stone bricks. I wanted marble originally, but, well, look at it. I didn't know this Mine Factory Reloaded thing was here, and we've got so much sugar now. Well, it's got to be done, I'm afraid. Sorry, marble. You'll be done for highlights or something maybe sometime, I don't know. Well, I'm going to get on with making a load of that and filling in a load of the blanks and making a new floor for myself. Right then. So, we got quite a bit done. Yeah. There's always odd ones left. Odd ones. Yeah. I might as well just leave them as they are. We've got a nice little design going on. I decided not to put the second floor in. I decided to put the skylight in instead. So when you're around like the edges, it gives a bit of darkness. Yes, still. But you would get that even if you was on the single floor and the second floor. So I decided that the skylight was a must, and now when we're working in this area, I've got a very nice, bright, shiny laboratory, and I'm quite happy with it now. So with the designing and the building has all taken place, I'm ready to start doing some techie stuff. So this needs finishing off. We've got what was it, 8, 16, 8 again, 24, and another 4, 28 vents to make, and then 8 internal CPUs. So what did I say? 28 vents. We'll get those sorted out first. 28 vents. Let's go at applied. Now you don't need to do this much, right? You don't need to be this big about it, but I do like it. I like it that way. Can I put those in there yet? Yes, I can. Okay, good. Let's put a few more in there. Good. I choose to do it this way. Let's see how many I've got. Yeah, iron bars it is then. Okay. So, I don't know how many more iron bars I'm going to need, so let's just get a stack. There we go. I tend to make things bigger than I need to make them, because I like it that way. I like making big things, big builds. And when I've got lots of resources, I like making the most of them. Let's make another stack. Maybe that'll do me. Maybe. Come on. 8. Oh, look at that. I can't believe I did that just like that. It's just the way it is. Let's throw these in here. Coloured bricks as well. I've been collecting me coloured bricks to go paint brushes. These paintbrushes come in really handy. I made a second one, so I had 2 colours on the go at once. So I didn't have to keep dibbing and dabbing backwards and forwards. Right, okay, so back on with the techie stuff. Anyway, because the building side of things is done. Put it away. Nemsun, yeah. We're going to do something with that in later episodes. I don't think I'm going to have time to do much with it this episode. Well, maybe, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the time works. Right, CPUs. We've got pattern providers. I'll need those, but not right this second. Heating vents, walls, crafting CPUs. A crafting CPU requires the advanced processor, which I made earlier. A bit of glowstone, a bit of iron. No problem. Have I got glowstone in there? Yes. Now I've got 8 slots that I can fill. Okay, so we're going to take quite a few crafting CPUs because I would like to have quite a lot of crafting speed so that the AE system crafts very quickly. You can survive with just one of these and one of the other ones. If I remembered the name of it, I would probably do it a lot faster. Let me see if I spot it. It's another CPU. It's a pattern provider. Pattern provider. There we go. Pattern provider, right? Now I need a few bits for that. Pattern providers require a fair amount of bits and pieces to make them, but you hold patterns in them. So we're going to need 2 of those. So let's get 2 made up now. Okay, well, after a little bit of work, I ended up making just some extra bits and pieces as well. But we've got this. The fluid crafting chamber, and I've got to figure out how these extra cells work, because even though we've had extra cells installed in the Utopia mod pack for quite some time, I have not played with it yet. So I wanted to play with it over here, because over in the Utopia cubed server I've been playing with the Age of Steam a lot, which means that I've been trying to avoid super high technology stuff, and that has meant that I needed to avoid it, and I haven't had a chance to play with it. So I'm going to have a play with it here on the Tekkit Done in 60 Days server. Right. You'll have noticed how I've filled that in, and these last 8 are going to fill in this side to make a multi-block structure. Once I've put these 8 crafting terminals and the like in. Okay, so I went with 2 pattern providers, so I've got 2 pages of patterns available, and the fluid crafting chamber. And I'm hoping, very quickly hoping, that this will actually go in here and make the multi-block structure that I think it should. I believe that's just the same as one of those, really, but it allows you to do crafting with liquids in the AE system. Yeah, that's it's looking okay. Multi-block structure, arrive! Or maybe it isn't then. Okay. So, that didn't quite work according to plan. So, I'm going to have to figure out what that does. I'm going to have to go and make another crafting chamber. I think I'll make another crafting CPU then in that case. And figure out what this does on another occasion. But for now, let's just make another quick crafting CPU. And stick that in there so we can get the system up and running. And if I figure out that it goes in there, then I can always expand it later. So, at applied, there we go, get another crafting CPU, which is over there. And luckily, I've still got one of those diamond ones used up, so it's okay. I've got it. It's covered now. Okay, down we go. Let's just pop this as the last place, giving us an 8th crafting CPU. And boom, it's now a multi-block structure. So why that extra cells doesn't work, I don't know. But that's my first derp on extra cells. I thought it would just sit in there and then I'll be able to play with it. Obviously, I was mistaken. So now, when I right-click on here, I've got access to the 2 assembly chambers. Alright, so I can put patterns in there for things to be auto-crafted. At the minute, nothing in this place whatsoever. There's no memory of any kind. There's nothing in there. I've got to bring stuff down from the factory to place it in here. And I've aimed it so that I've got all the crafting stuff on my side, and Lewis will have terminals and monitors and things on his side so that he can access a crafting terminal and he can see how much power we've got because he's doing the power side of things. And I will have all of the crafting side of things on mine, such as this crafting monitor down here. So let me just grab a few bits and pieces from upstairs and fill them in here. I've got this wiring set up down here so that it goes down into the lower floor so that I can bring wires backwards and forwards. I've also got the power. Have I shown you the power? I don't think I've shown you the power yet. I don't know if I've shown you down here at all yet. We've got power coming directly from Lewis's big reactor over there, coming all the way up and into a hardened energy cell that I found lying around somewhere. I think it was probably Lewis's, and that's feeding up into the AE system and receiving from the big reactor. I've also got these energy cells here to store extra power for the AE system, for just in case the reactor runs out of power, we've got some spares. And now I've got links up to these so that I can bring all my wiring under the floor. And I've got links under here as well so I can do the same. On either side, we're doing a 3-high underfloor so that the wires can all fit snug to the ceiling and we can walk underneath them. So let me just grab a few bits and pieces from the factory and finish this off by installing disk drives and the like. And I will be right back. Alright then, back again in another GUI. This time I'm making a pattern encoder. And this is pretty important for AE. Okay. We're also going to make blank patterns, which those encode. Okay. So we're going to have 1, let's have 2, let's put that in there because it's not in the system right now. And let's have another couple, because I'm going to need loads. As you can see, the glowstone's not in the system properly yet. I can afford to make one more, but I'll leave it for now. Right, so what I've set up here is I've got my disk drive connected to the cable, which makes it part of the network, the same as everything else. I've got my partition editor next to my disk drive, nice and easy. And I'm going to put my pick dead, okay. I'm going to put my pattern encoder right next door to that. Okay, and you put the patterns in the top and you get the patterns out when you've coded them. And the first thing that I want to code is blank patterns. But for some reason, this one refuses to have the clicky. I've had that before where you can just shift click into the partition encoder. Maybe this version of Applied Energistics in this mod pack doesn't quite have that yet. The one in Utopia allows us to shift click. So I guess I'll just have to do it the hard way. Let's go pattern encoder. Shift click that. Take this out so that I can see it. Let's put that away. And the iron there. And then glowstone goes there, there and there. Okay, and then bring it over to the pattern encoder and copy that across. There, and there, and there. These are ghost images, so you don't actually take what's there. So when you could shift click the pattern in, it was a very easy process to quickly generate the patterns that you needed. But in this version of Applied Energistics, you need to actually have the materials, at least one of the material, to set it up in the first place. It's got some sort of balancing feature, I guess, because you can't auto-craft stuff that you haven't made yet, I guess. But encoding a blank pattern, you literally encode, and there it is. A pattern that crafts a blank pattern. Job done. And then you can clear it off between goes. Right? So now I can click on here, and on page 1 I can put this pattern in there. And if you hold shift, you used to change what it looked like. Not in this version, it seems. Shift just shows you the EMC value. So there's something with the equivalent exchange that has overridden the shift for the Applied Energistics in the Tekkit pack. But we know what it is. It's a blank pattern. I can read it. I know it's there. Okay, which is cool, which is okay. So now I should have craftable items. I should be able to craft blank pattern, right? I don't want to because I'm missing the glowstone that's in there. I can throw this back in there now. I'm missing glowstone. I don't have a glowstone area that I can put stuff in. Although I do have access to ender chest, so I could put an ender chest up there. I just need some yellow dye, and I could put in some ender chests for the mob farms. But what I want to do next, I think it's going to take quite some time to set up and sort out. So that is it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching day 18. The super AE crafting system and all the basics you need to have a very large AE system set up. Next, I think I'm going to set up the mob farm area here for processing the mob farm drops. So at the minute, I've got everything going into ender chests. So I've got white ender chest there, and around the other side I've got a green for ender pearls, a red for redstone, and a yellow for glowstone. And I need to get them as part of the system so they become a stock, so that I have stock of them in this system, so that I can do things like making that blank pattern. This pattern, of course, requires 3 glowstone, and I don't want to just throw a disc in that can store it. So, yeah, there we go. That's just me. That's just the way I'm going to be. But we are now going to get onto a hell of a lot of organising and crafting and all sorts. I'm going to have loads of crafting recipes in there once I've got that automated. I want to test out how to, if AE, we don't know, but if AE can automate equivalent exchange calcinators and things like that, and also if AE can auto do the equivalent exchange minimum stone to do upgrades and things. So I'm going to work on a bit of an area around here for converting the mob drops into useful materials for all of this. The factory upstairs will remain the province of the quarrying and auto sorting all of the ores and things like that. But down here we're going to have sorting out the mob drops, and we're going to have a big crafting area for galactic craft to get everything we need for galactic craft sorted. So thank you very much. It's time for that end of the video where I pose nicely in front of my Uber AE system to give you a screenshot moment. Thank you very much. See you next time on Done in 60 Days.